This episode of Spectre Sound Studios is brought to you by DistroKid. Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm on location here in Los Angeles, California. We're just actually outside of Malibu right now, standing on the beach. We got this picturesque view. We're like, hey, what the hell? Let's get some shots. So I'm gonna do some viewer comments up here. I'd like to thank the Rode Microphone Company for supplying me with this amazing Rode Link lavalier system that's allowing me to wirelessly transmit my voice to my camera. And yeah, it's great. It's got this amazing wind filter because as you can see, it's windy as hell out here right now. This is a really fantastic thing. Let's get right to it.
Why do people have to be good with vocals to win a fucking guitar amp?
Honestly, a guitar contest would have been great, but there would have been way too many entries. My very good friend Ryan Bruce over at Riffs and Beards and Gear, he did a contest a couple of years ago, a riff contest. He had like 5,000 entries he had to go through. I just don't have the time to go through all that and make you guys three shows a week. So in order to keep the contest sort of compact, I've kind of narrowed the requirements a little bit. And yeah, I want good vocalists. I want somebody who's going to be a great, not just a great guitar player, but a great musician and entertaining. That's what I want to see. I want to see greatness, not just, yeah, you're a really good guitar player. I want to see something next fucking level. So I'm sorry if you don't qualify, practice harder next time.
Hey Glenn, it would be cool if you made some free impulses of your cabinets.
Wow, funny you mentioned that. Let's just put it this way, some great things are in the works. I'm teaming up with my very good friend Warren Hewitt over at Produce Like a Pro, and we will be bringing you impulses of my cabinets. They're not gonna be free though, I'm sorry. I'm not just gonna do that and give it all away, but if you guys wanna get my tones, especially the guitar tone that was on the Eagle Has Landed, yes, that will be available as part of my impulse package. Stay tuned, I will let you guys know exactly what's up with that very soon.
New strings before recording, are you fucking insane? Don't you allow them to stretch properly first, maybe a day or two?
Martin, buddy, you're killing me. You don't need to wait a day or two to stretch your strings. All you gotta do is put them on the guitar and pull them. They will stretch. What you wanna do is get the wraps to be super tight on the actual tuning peg. When you pull the string tight, it will stay in tune. You just need to do that. You don't need to play the guitar for 2 days. I don't know where the hell you got that information, but I suggest go get your money back.
You look like an old fat drag queen.
Hey everybody, it's Fez from That 70s Show. We always wondered, what happened to your career?
Glenn, I know your opinion on amp modeling and emulators. What's your take on the new Slate VMS system? Game changer or bandwagon gear?
Well, yeah, some of the amp modelers are definitely getting pretty good these days. I'm gonna have some pretty cool impulses coming out as well, as I mentioned earlier. The Slate virtual mic system sounds pretty interesting. It's something I definitely want to check out. And if you guys would like to see a demo of that on this channel, please let me know in the comments below, because I'll be more than happy to screenshot these and send them to Slate. I have a feeling you guys really want to find out what's going on. Honestly, that whole virtual mic system, when it comes to the multiple mics, sounds like a really cool idea. I'd love to see what it looks like and how it works on miking up, say, a drum set and guitar cabs and that kind of thing. Might be very cool and definitely worth checking out. Anyway, like I said, if you guys can help me out with some requests for that, that'd be great. And like I said, I can approach the Slate company and we can probably make that review happen.
Hey Glenn, love your channel, watched it for some time. My band's first ever gig is tomorrow. We're a modern hard rock band. I have a question. I have no problem performing on stage, but I don't want to look like a dick and look like I'm stealing the light from the front man when he is the main person the audience will be focusing on. Obviously, I don't want to be just a boring guitarist who does not any form of stage presence. What would you say a perfect balance is? Love from England.
Well, that's something you're gonna have to work together on and find the perfect balance. You know, you need to work with your front man and back him up to a certain extent. But if he's not doing his job, don't be afraid to jump in and engage the audience. I mean, like, numerous times bands have done that where the fucking front man drops the ball. Ultimately, it's your job to entertain the audience. That's your first priority, not entertain the singer's ego. So just bear that in mind. If he's not doing his job, do it for him. And if he gets mad about it, tell him to step the fuck up. Hey everybody, this episode is sponsored by DistroKid. DistroKid is the service that gets your music out to multiple online retailers and saves you the hassle. They'll put your music up on majors like iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, and Spotify, sometimes within hours of uploading, plus over 150 smaller online music retailers as well. If you're into doing cover songs, DistroKid will get you a license for the song so you can sell it. They do all the heavy lifting behind the scenes with the legal stuff. This feature is worth its weight in gold, in my opinion. In fact, DistroKid is what I use on my own personal projects. And for the first time in my life, I'm actually making money off my music. No record label required. It only costs $20 a year and you keep 100% of your earnings. And they've got new features including Leave a Legacy, which will let you keep your music up on the stores even if you cancel your membership. And what's also coming up are the new band pages, which are free to anyone, including non-DistroKid members. Set up a page and have it search for your band, and it will automatically populate a link list to everywhere that your music is sold. There's even a Text Your Fans paid feature coming where people can sign up to get texts from you and stay updated on everything happening with your project. If you follow the link in the description below, you can get a 7% discount on your yearly membership. Check it out at distrokid.com/VIP/Spectre. Now back to the show.
So Monopoly money is legal tender over in Canada, eh? Love the show.
Yes. We have Monopoly money, and yeah, it's just about as worth as much as real Monopoly money too. Maybe not quite as much though.
Hi Glenn, have a request. You do this sometimes. When reviewing, could you add an option on who should buy if you think it's good, i.e. the Joyo amp? If it's great, good for everyone, or good for someone that can't get a 5150, for example. Thanks for the channel love by making my bass player watch it in short segments.
So I think what you're asking there is make recommendations on, I think, who should buy the amp depending on your budget, which is kind of what I already do. I can get a little bit more animated about that if you look, guys. Like, yes, if you're broke, here, buy this. Yes, if you have more money, get this. You know, I always try and do that. I always try and do the high-end amps like the Rev stuff, and then the lower-end amps, you know, ones that you don't have to spend all that much money on, like the Joyo stuff. Those things are fantastic for the money. They might not be the loudest thing. We're gonna put the Mjolnir to the test and put it up against a live drum set and see how well it holds up. 15 watts might not sound like much, but when it comes to tube amps, 15 watts can be an awful lot. Well, it remains to be seen. We'll see what happens. But yes, I will try and make a price bracket recommendation for you guys, just to make your decision-making process that much easier.
Hey, nice show. One question. What do you think about enhancing your drum sound with samples when you take the kit from actually recording at the moment, just to get more control and consistency? And it might be enhancing, I don't mean fucking replacing. For me, sample replacement is nothing less than cheating because someone else made the samples. But if you have them done by yourself with a matching drum kit, and I hate it, that one could only find tutorials with canned drums most of the time. I'm glad you spent so much effort in your channel. Thanks, man.
Yeah, that's the dilemma, isn't it? You know, to get more consistency or whatnot. But I always come back to it, it's like, why can't we just hear the drummer? Why do we always have to, you know, go back to, oh, well, this needs enhancement because we didn't do good enough the first time because either the drummer was inconsistent, not hitting correctly, or any number of reasons. I've actually did that, you know, back in like, you know, the mid 2000s, I would take samples and do replacements and whatnot and just kind of try to beef things up a little bit. And then I realized, you know, you can just yell at the drummer and get him to, you know, stop hitting like a wimp and get them to hit harder and get a great performance. That should be your first priority, getting a great performance out of the drummer. Like I said, my favorite records came out of that whole late 70s, early 80s period where we were getting great drum performances and there were no drum samples to enhance with. So by all means, go for that because that's when music was really great.
I'm currently looking for female band members. I need a drummer, a bassist, and a vocalist. Will pay with sex.
Let me know how that works out for you. Hey everybody, so we're back in the studio. I didn't get quite the chance I wanted to finish off that episode in the Hollywood Hills. We had to run for dinner that night. Trey Xavier over at Gear Gods was giving us shit. Where the hell are you guys? So blame Trey. But anyway, we're back in the studio. We're gonna finish off the episode right now with a few more questions.
Love Shack was pretty impressive. Great vocals and he played all the instruments. Nothing too crazy, but well played. Lots of talent. Anyway, great on you, Glenn, for giving all these bands exposure as it's everything these days. Well done, buddy.
Thanks very much for the kind words. I really appreciate that. I got to give a lot of credit to my good friend TJ Dowhaniak for the whole idea of doing the React videos. That was basically his idea. I was just going to kind of look at things and maybe do a best of or something like that. But it turns out the React videos are actually a lot of fun and we get, you know, just our basic reaction to seeing these things for the first time. So it's really cool. Watch for Sunday's episode because we've got a very special guest. Aerosmith mix engineer, Mr. Warren Hewitt is going to be guesting on the React videos. And we're going to take a look at a bunch of the submissions. It is definitely a lot of fun and definitely worth checking out. Especially hearing some opinions from a guy, you know, a few more rungs up the ladder from where I'm at. So make sure you check that out. It'll be on Sunday at noon Eastern Daylight, 9 a.m. Pacific.
Shipment to the United States won't happen on almost all the guitars on their site due to fucking city's bullshit.
Oh, okay. You're talking about Thomann shipping guitars to North America and Rosewood fingerboards. Yeah, there's a treaty called CITES, which a lot of countries have signed on to. Though I guess the big problem is a lot of Chinese manufacturers are going crazy over Rosewood, and it's not guitar manufacturers, it's the furniture manufacturers. So there's a real run on Rosewood and its variants. So a lot of these countries have signed on to this treaty just to keep the forests intact. So believe me, it's not bullshit. This is a very real issue. Needless to say, Thomann is working very hard on a solution, and there should be a new version of that 8-string guitar coming out sometime this summer, and they're going to have a new type of wood that doesn't fall on any treaty restrictions, and that will be available to North American markets. You can be sure I'm going to let you guys know about it as soon as I can, because there is obviously a huge demand for this guitar at that price. I will definitely keep you guys informed.
Glenn, I've always heard that stack amps are necessary for recording music / playing live show. Is this true, or can you accomplish these things with quality combo amps? Love the videos. Cheers from Alabama, USA.
Combos will record absolutely fine. I mean, like these days you've got a lot of different options, especially, you know, if you're using, say, like a Torpedo Live or something, which is a cabinet emulator, and impulses and that sort of thing. You can definitely get away with that. Live, you'd be really shocked, because a lot of bands will just like take a Kemper and plug it into a PA system. The trick is you have to have a decent sound man, and that might mean spending money for an indie band, because most bars I've gone to have no fucking clue when it comes to hooking up a Kemper or an Axe-Fx to the PA system and getting, you know, a decent foldback mix. It just doesn't happen. Bands way higher up the chain, they're all playing Kempers and Axe-Fxs at their live shows, and believe me, nobody's complaining about the tones. So you don't necessarily need a lot of cabinets on stage. I've seen cases where bands have fake cabinets up on stage, and they're just running the guitars through the foldback monitors.
Are you going, though, to be reviewing the Focusrite Scarlett 18i20 in the background? I'm currently saving up to buy one, but not sure whether to save an extra couple of hundred and get a second-hand Claret 8 Pre. Not an engineer, but want to record drums, pianos, guitars, etc. Greetings from the Discount Canada, Australia.
Greetings from the real Canada, home of poutine. Not funny-looking animals like a fucking kangaroo. Though they're delicious, by the way. I got to try some in Germany. Anyway, yes, I did do a Focusrite Scarlett review for the 18i20. It's in my links. Please look through my video descriptions and go through some of my reviews. It should fall into the Fearless Gear Review playlist as well. There's all kinds of links on my landing page. Please check them out. There's all kinds of cool reviews. Yes, we did review the Scarlett 18i20. It's fantastic for the price. And if you want to step up your game, yeah, the Claret is probably a very good option as well. I'll have some links in the description below where you can find them online for decent, especially if you're, you know, buying from Australia. I highly recommend going through Thomann, because they ship worldwide for very, very reasonable prices. The Scarlett stuff is outstanding. The Claret stuff is even better. Stay tuned on some of the higher end Focusrite stuff. I was actually out to dinner with Dan from Focusrite last week when I was in California, and we've got some cool things in the works for some of the more higher end Focusrite stuff. You're definitely going to be seeing a lot more of it here on the show, because I really like the way they do things. I like their drivers, I like their support, and I really dig the company's philosophy, and I think they offer a great value for the guy working in his home studio. All right, that's it for this week's episode. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Thanks for sending all your comments and questions. Keep them coming, and I will see you guys next time. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this episode. If you like the content, please support the channel either at my SMG shop or through my Patreon. If you want to see more, hit one of the playlists. Thanks for watching. I'm out of here.